Hello, my name is Moises Flores, and this is my seventh grade middle school curriculum teaching plan. Um, yeah, the first slide is the opening slide. So I chose this grade level. I chose seventh grade because I feel like it's more easier to teach seventh grade rather than eighth grade, since eighth grade has a lot more of like I'm putting a lot into like perspective of what an eighth grade would be, since I've been in eighth grade and I know how it is. So eighth grade is more yeah, a little bit more crazy. So seventh grade, they're a little bit more shy, so it's more understandable on why I would choose seventh grade to teach, would be because they're more easy to handle and they're not familiar with the curriculum for a seventh grader, since they were in sixth grade and that was elementary. But as of right now, I feel like it's switched, so it's sixth, seventh, eighth, but I'm not too sure. But when I was in high school, I mean junior high, yeah, so that's why I chose seventh grade. But my name is Moises Flores, and I live in Oxnard, California, and I'm pursuing a degree in kinesiology to become a PE teacher. And I had no idea what I wanted to do with my future, but I decided to be a PE teacher since they get paid pretty good for a minimal effort. But I would like to be that PE teacher that actually cares about their um, students and whatnot. So the difference between seventh graders and eighth graders would be a difference between their cognitive effort effectively and psychomotor development, since um they are completely different, since they are coming from sixth grade. So their coordination is going to be off. They're going to be a little bit more awkward since they're going through puberty and stuff like that. They're more emotional. So all these factors play in all these three different development differences, because in seventh grade it's a little bit more, they're still figuring out who they are type thing, because they're going through a lot of stuff, different changes. And when you're in eighth grade, that changes. They're used to their bodies now, and that's why it's more easier for them to actually get into the curriculum, since eighth graders are more prone to being more physically able to do their things. So, third slide. Um, I chose this verse: "Sow yourself in all perspective, or show yourself in all respects to be a model of good works, and in your teaching shows integrity and dignity." I chose this verse since the meaning behind these words line up with my morals, since it basically says, it tells us to be respectful and genuine, and in our way that we will follow us, and that will follow us in our daily lives. And this could be used in both teaching and Christianity, since basically, if you're a good teacher and you do the right thing and you follow the code, you'll be a great teacher, and it will show in everything you do. And in Christianity, if you're good to your neighbor, if you reciprocate good things to your community, good will come back to you. So that is why I chose that verse. Thank you. Okay, seventh grade cognitive. Standard 5. Students demonstrate and utilize knowledge and psychological and sociological concepts, principles, and strategies that apply to the learning and performance of physical activity. Self responsibility. 5.1. Identify proper and inappropriate risks involved in adventure, individuals, and dual physical activities. 5.2. Accept the responsibilities for individuals' improvement. 5 5.3, demonstrate an acceptance of differences in physical development and personal preference as they affect participation in physical activity. 5.4, evaluate an effect of expressing encouragement to others while participating in a group physical activity. 5.5, identify the responsibilities of a leader in physical activity. That's cognitive. And seventh grade psychomotor, standard 3, students assess and maintain a level of physical fitness to improve health and performance. Assess 3.1, assess one's own muscular strength, muscle endurance, aerobic capacity, flexibility, and body composition by using a scientifically based health related fitness assessment. 3.2, evaluate individuals' measures of physical fitness in relations to patterns of physical activity. 3.3, develop individual goals from research based standards for each of the 5 components of health related physical fitness. 3.4, plan a weekly personal physical fitness program in collaboration with the teacher. 3.5, participate in moderate to vigorous physical activity a minimum of 4 days each week. Assess. 3.6, assess the attained of our process towards personal physical fitness goals and make necessary adjustments to a personal physical fitness program. That is seventh grade psychomotor. Okay, and the curriculum planning, step one, develop a guiding philosophy. Step two, define a conceptual framework. Step three, consider environmental factors. Step four, determine standards of objects. Step five, select student centered activities. Step six, organize activities in units. And step seven is evaluate and modify the curriculum. The easiest step for me would be consider environmental factors, since it could, there's a lot of environmental factors like social, the weather, how they're feeling. It all depends on the student. And the hardest one would be step seven, evaluate and modify the curriculum. Let's say I finished the curriculum, but I forgot to adapt it for a student or a multiple students. So I feel like that's the hardest step to do, since when you think you're done and you find out you're not done, that makes it harder for yourself because you thought you were done. So you have to put more effort, and that's why I believe that's the hardest step for me. Okay, so curriculum planning. I would choose seat roll, Arkansas's flip, quarter eagle, wave activity, log roll, three-person roll, and square activity. Daily lessons, I would feel like seat roll and log roll would be a pretty good daily lesson, keeps it warmed up and stuff like that. And specific skill would be weave activity. Curriculum planning. How would you adapt, modify activities for special populations? Well, personally, many factors on why I would adapt an activity, since skill differences, there are a lot of students that are not able to do certain skills since they are, not athletically gifted. And I believe that a lot of students, if they're seventh grade, are kind of awkward with their body. So I would adjust a good amount of stuff. But for the gifted few, I'd give them a harder lesson plan or like a harder activity to do, since they're able to do it. Okay. Overweight. That's a good indicator for why I would adapt a activity. Let's say it's a mile run. I'll probably let them do quarter mile, half a mile, since yeah. And a disability, I would completely change the activity, since a disability can affect everything. If they're in a wheelchair, I like to incorporate a certain type of activity for them. Basketball wheelchair, if they're up for it, or just rolling in the wheelchair, get that exercise in. And gender. Not to be sexist or anything, but gender does affect a good amount of stuff, since men are stronger, faster, and women are more, they're less. But I would probably group them, boy girl activities, and have them try out what they can handle. But if some girls are strong, I'll put them with the boys. But if some boys are weak, in some cases, I'll put them with the girls. So it all works out at the end. So lesson planning. This would be my lesson plan for Monday through Friday. Monday would be cross the line and formation, rhythmic running. Tuesday would be triple, stoop, and loose caboose. Wednesday, follow the leader and flag grab. Thursday, hoops on the ground and running high fives. And Friday would be mirror activity in place and standing high fives. Okay, and some daily activities that I would personally give for some people to do basically every single day, even behind or not in the PE class, would be stretching, important, running, important, walking, of course, lifting, you gotta lift, swimming, and if you have a swimming pool, you should do it daily since it's a good workout, and hiking, amazing workout. Okay, so using my week 2 assessment, chosen grade level 7, I feel like it is possible to make an 8-week curriculum lesson focus sequence for instructional activities, since it could be made from lesson focus and game closing activities. So this explains that an 8-week curriculum can be made from solely lesson focus and game closing activities, since I believe there's a good amount of activities to be spread out in 8 weeks. So I feel like it is possible. Okay, improving my teaching skills, I would use to become a better student and care for the students, give them a good caring attitude towards myself, would be positive reinforcement. I believe this like with my soul. If you give positive reinforcements, the students will trust you. The students will respect you. So I don't believe in being negative at all to people, since if you are negative, they will be negative. So positive reinforcements is the best thing you could do for a teacher. And treat everyone equally. If you treat everyone equally, people are not going to be like you're choosing favorites or stuff like that. So treating everyone equally is the best thing you could do when you're a teacher, since if you don't have favorites, everyone will respect you the same way and you'll respect them the same way. Okay, and two examples that I would um, use to become a better teacher and to, teach my class properly would be active listening. I'll listen what they're talking about, give me their feedback and stuff on like if they don't like an exercise, if they're feeling a little off today, I'll probably change the curriculum. I gotta listen to what the students are telling me. And for myself, I'll be very clear with my instructions and my explanations on what I want to be done today. Because if I'm not clear, they're not gonna understand and it's gonna be a mess. So okay, my management plan, simple, straightforward, have fun. That's my number. That's a few rules, but have fun. Number one rule. Number two rule. Don't disrespect anyone. Treat everyone with respect. Try your best. I'm not grading for completion. I'm grading for you to be the best version of yourself. And if that's the best version of yourself that you can only show me today, I'll give you an A because you're trying. Don't complain. I mean, everyone complains here and there, but if you're nagging about running, like, I don't want to hear that. Running, it has to be done. Even if you run a quarter mile, I'll still respect that. Just don't complain. But if not, I'm gonna have to punish the students with some consequences. I'll probably have them run a mile, walk a mile, whatever they're capable of. And if things get worse, probably length of detention, strip their freedom from their friends. So that's pretty straightforward. And for the first week of my management plan, I would have everyone get to know each other. First week, it's kind of need a little icebreaker out there. Dress out and stand on your number before I get there. Being punctual is what I love to see. To get everyone's attention, I'll use a whistle. My PE teachers used to do that, so I'm gonna incorporate that. And I would love to group people randomly. I know it's a little uncomfortable for them, but everyone needs that. Everyone needs to get out of their comfort zone and be happy that they might be getting a new friend. And try your best in each activity. Assessment. Psychomotor, a way of classifying a person's ability to perform physical activities and use motor skills. Cognitive, a category of learning that focuses on intellectual skills like critical thinking, problem solving, and knowledge creation. Affective, a way of describing how people feel and react emotionally. So psychomotor, basically basketball, soccer, stuff like that. Physical activity. They're understanding a lot of things. Cognitive would be a lot of critical thinking skills, such as, let's say, a team workout. A team workout, they have to think how they're going to win. Like King of the Hill, they have to understand what that is. And effective is a way of describing how people feel or reactive in motion. Effective would probably be like, people get emotional when doing sports and stuff like that. So I would say that it does get away quite a bit of things, but we are human, so it is what it is. And in conclusion, after taking this course, I've learned a lot about myself and how to be a better PE teacher, since this course taught me quite a bit of things, that there is a lot of curriculum, a lot of lesson plans, and a lot to do to become a PE teacher. But I am grateful for taking this course, and thank you, Professor, for all you've done. You're an amazing professor, and I appreciate everything you've ever done for me. Thank you.